Hello everyone, my name is Kasper. Some of you know me as Cadian. I'm the AWP and endgame leader of Team Liquid. The one thing that I didn't manage to get with me from CSGO that I really wanted was a major. So in that sense, I think that me and Liquid is chasing the same thing. I know that it's going to be tough, it's going to be difficult, but I believe this is the place where I'll have the best chance of getting that major trophy. They have the experienced players in Liquid, they have the facilities, they know how to build a winning team. We've seen them do that before with the Intel Grand Slam winning lineup. When the lineup was presented to me and when I helped kind of figuring out the last pieces, it's just a project where I have a lot of faith and a lot of belief that we have the potential, and I hope that we'll be able to kind of live that potential to the fullest. I think the staff around the team is great. I think the players is great. And yeah, I'm looking very much forward to it. There was different options of which kind of way I wanted to take my career. For me, the number one priority was to play in the team where I felt like I had the best chances of winning big trophies. When this roster was assembled, in the beginning I was really looking at NAF and Yekindar as two really interesting pieces. I'm very excited to go ahead and play with NAF. He's actually a guy that I've had a really good chemistry with for quite some time. Always been having a good chat in the elevators. Always just greeting him with a smile. You know, I had to poke him when his NAFers collection came out, and I've been wearing the hoodie at home. I think he's a very talented player, one that doesn't require a lot of space to be successful, and that is something that I appreciate a lot in a guy. His skill setting is super high, and he, for me, seems to play the same way, whether it's in a studio or in a big arena. And that's a very valuable thing for a captain to be able to have that trust in a player. For Yekindar, I think that it is one of the most, if not the most aggressive players Counter-Strike has to offer. But for me, it's not just being aggressive and doing it a lot, but it's actually being super, super good at it. And that's something that Yekindar brings to the table. I think also we have a few players who likes to be in the clutch situations. Me, NAF, Skullz, a lot. Will try to be in the late round. So to have that kind of guy who takes that extra opening fight, I think is going to be very important for the chemistry of the lineup. And for me, maybe more importantly, I can go in and take the leadership and free him up so he can turn into the player that he's done in the previous years. And not just that, but I want to help him elevate even more because his potential is very, very high. And I don't think we've seen the skill ceiling hit the roof yet for this guy. And then with me, I thought that we had a really strong trio. And that's when we kind of started to cook a little bit about what potential fourth and fifth player could we look at. And all of a sudden, the curveball came in with Twistzz. And that obviously also took, for me, the project from a situation where we would maybe develop for a little bit of time before we could really go into winning. But with the addition of Twistzz, I think that we will be super competitive from day one. And then we just needed a fifth player. And one of the things I was super vocal about was that we needed a guy who was not just really good at the game, but who also fit role-wise. And that's the reason why we ended up picking Skullz. Finding out since then that his age and his motivation and hunger is at a really, really high level is something that I think suits the lineup perfectly, because me, NAF, and Twistzz on different categories, obviously, but has all won a lot in the last few years. And I think that Skullz is going to be really hungry to achieve that, and the same with Yekindar. So I think it's a team of a lot of firepower. For me, it's going to be different with trying to make all the maybe bigger personalities mesh well together. But I'm honestly not frightened of that at all. I'm also very intrigued about having some personalities who's gonna maybe box a little bit more with me. So yeah, I'm excited. I want to give a big thank you and a big shout out to Heroic for 4 very good years. That has not just changed my career, but changed my life. And for being cooperative and willing to find a good solution for both me, themselves, and Team Liquid. I've enjoyed, I wouldn't say every moment there, but a lot of moments. And I think, it's been such a great ride. We've changed CS. A lot of people are talking about the heroic way of playing Counter-Strike. That's something I'm super proud of. The friendships, the trust that the organization put into me to lead the Counter-Strike team, to make the right changes in the staff and in the player side is something that I'll be forever grateful for. And I'm gonna miss you guys, that's for sure. for all the Heroic fans, Cadian fans, or Danish fans that is watching, I want to say thank you a lot for the positive vibes that has been throughout all of the 4 years. I think especially now with the latest circumstances, the kind of support I've been getting from the community has been unreal. It's not something I could have been dreaming of, going a little bit from the villain and then a bit to a hero status, but kind of being celebrated the way I was from the Paris crowd and winning on home turf in Royal Arena. It's been such great memories, and yeah, I thank you for all the messages, for all the cheers, for all the good moments that we had together, and I'll make sure to create many, many more on this new journey.